thine as my creative asikhoni ukukhuluma ngaphimbolunye.
Yeah.
Uma bathi ama strike benda yini na. What's on the memorandum there doesn't talk to what I want, doesn't talk to what we want. But solo kuthiwa asistrike insonge. Sistrike kanjani sonke singana liphimbolunye tukende. We are often judged by people who know fuck all about what we do.
I still do want to know about your best work that you've done that you felt like.
Yes, sir. I don't know it.
Hello, Sanbonani. Welcome to another episode of Dine and Dialogue. I'm Lerato Molefe, and of course, I am the host. And namuhla, we are outside, so they say. Sipumile, sigapogweni, sivagashele Muzikayise. Sivagashele the Muzist. And I'm saying that deliberately because I just asked. You know, his name is like Muzine, and then there's that. And he just told me now that it's Mousist, and I'm like, why would you do that? No, but what is Mousist?
Mousist the artist. Then someone is like a mouse to create art. Just like a painter is someone who uses paint to create art.
So a painter is what?
A painter. You said it.
I don't think I like him. You sound like one of those smart kids at school that we didn't like. You know, the one that always reminds the teacher that there was homework yesterday?
Yeah.
Were you like that?
Yeah, occasionally.
I can tell.
But the class police always got to me.
Yeah.
No,
but because why homework?
Why not, guys? Why not?
Wow. Muzi, are you good?
I'm good.
Welcome to Dine and Dialogue.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been long overdue.
It has been.
So I'm happy to
and
be
I'm
here.
guilty. I'm guilty because I remember when we spoke that we would sit down, you and I. It was a while back. Gwahamba. I don't know how I forgot, but just recently, through one of your posts on Facebook, someone commented and they were like, please bring this guy to Dine and Dialogue. And I was like, oh my God, get me in trouble already.
I think that was Sanel.
Yeah. She was like, please get him to Dine and Dialogue. I would really love to know about him. People want to know about you, or is it just her?
That's that.
How do you know her?
So I met Sanel when I was shooting in EPK Yabo. But she's part of VGM Sounders.
Yeah.
I met them there. They were working on Atmosphere for the album. It was volume 2 while.
Yeah.
That they were releasing. And I know Magic Keys was the musical director.
Okay.
So through Yena, I got to meet them.
Would I be correct if I were to say you're a storyteller?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Although but you do, hey? Because I know that you narrate, even, your shots and whatnot, there's times when you narrate what is happening.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, although you don't vocally, storytell vele to say kwasugela, but you use, your cameras, your lenses to capture. How did you discover that love?
I didn't music before.
Wait, bomb rap.
I'm still a rapper, man.
What type? Is it skr or old school, Hotman, Tupac?
So the crazy thing is, if ever it happens, go to Lerato to shy mixtape about shy trap.
Yeah.
I can trap with you. Can
you freestyle? Can you freestyle something for me? Wow. Why? Do you have something that you've written that you can for me, just to give me an idea of what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Do you need me to do a beat for you?
I'll shy pitch.
Boom, booch, boom, boom, booch.
Also.
Boom, booch, boom, boom, booch. Boom. This is no. You need to come in. Okay. Boom, booch, boom, boom, booch, boom, booch, boom, boom, booch, boom, booch.
Okay, asam. Okay. We constantly going through Phases in our lives where inner child kicks in and we vibe Jackson 5. We live to dream, so we die to lead a life of a flashier nature because we never satisfied. We only human, that's the nature of our kind. And there's needs of the flesh that we always gratify. Scared of the unknown, we sitting on our minds, dancing with the wrong girl while destiny awaits in line. I command you. Trigger that fire that gets you rampant like a raging beast that reigns in its time. Make it happen for yourself and then come in the skies limitless. Now base your belief in this rhyme. No mountain is too hard to climb. No hurdle is too hard to jump. Repeat after me. No mountain is too hard to climb. There you said it, now's the time to jump. Now let your horses flee.
I was kind of slow. Yeah, I heard you say repeat after me, and I'm like, child, I didn't get it. I'm like, child, I didn't get it. All right. I see the talent. But because I feel like it's not in the forefront of, things that you do.
It's a crazy thing, man. I'm still actively doing music.
Yeah.
But music is not what pays my bills.
Oh, yeah.
2021, I released a fully fledged album. Mm-hmm. Been working on it probably 10 years. Manje, I have a collective link now for it. There's Clement Masilela, who used to be part of the Buddies. Mm-hmm. There is Wetu Mkwenya and Gas Mkwenya, Boputi. And we call it the Mkotsini experiment.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of the a cappella and some acoustic guitar. So we sort of strip down our existing compositions. If you go YouTube and check, you just have the Mkotsini experiments. Mm-hmm. You will find a podcast playlist to the corner with some of the music.
Njengoba namuhla siqala i-episode sekubhizi sekuyadliwa itafula lingolile kunjena. Angisho nokuthi sikuphi. I can tell you that the meat is nice. I don't know if the meat is nice or is it because I'm eating meat that I haven't eaten in a while and it tastes good, child. But yeah, the meat is nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, Sigu.
She say Mashele's fast food and chisanyama. Engodini. I labo Lerato baye khona. I-branches too yase-loss. Sisengodini celeni nasewena.
Okay, you've just ousted us. We did get lost a very first time. Since the beginning of the Dine dialogue, we got lost. And yeah, it's fine, but we found our way, okay, child. At least we are shooting branches too. So we were lost, but we were not really lost. As Zangs figure out we're now corner, but see a corn. Yeah, so. Utumengan. Yeah. Are you like a photographer?
Yeah.
I
think about saying
do you have like a studio and everything? Is that like your main hustle?
That's my full-time hustle, yeah.
Yeah.
I studied electrical engineering.
Yeah.
After my in-service training, I made a choice for something weird. And then I went full swing.
Okay. When we were lost and I was calling you to say, hey, Pelalana, and you were like, wow, I don't know the streets. That got me thinking. Actually, even my producer was asking, are you from here? Walana noma wekamba.
Wow, guys. Hey, you're gonna
Are you born and bred here?
Yeah.
Really?
A small part of my high school, Mbungela. From Emalus, I Sanzile. From Sanzile, there was a college or scholar back Zama, Lebes Kanyilanga, but the Magustang is Eluvi, but Enigma. I went there. It was a mixed school. Then from Lapo, Sabuela, I went.
Yeah.
From Wem, I went to Lopodai. But
you're from here. Wow. Okay, that is weird. Then why I think got there and I'll
I even call Nine. Gungel Angvamizi. Don't get me wrong, Nabobangani. I have some relatives in Puka as well, but he lost Anyatga. But Banganing now. It's just good to, I guess, I see Emma Kaya, Ebandu, Ako,
You know, I was asking you earlier on, even though we never got to the actual answer, I wanted to know how you discovered the love for what you are doing right now. You being a photographer, you being somebody that does documentaries, you capturing in Mpumalanga with the love that you do it with, and you know the passion of people knowing about, you know, in around in Mpumalanga. How did you get to that mousest?
I think we in the process they were cumulative. Making music. While making music, I met elders that was like those space.
Yeah.
Some of them big band Batanza go talk at Titori. Some of them were people Batanza who share about the history of the area, you know. Then I think Abana Leonchis no, but now me, yes, I make music, yes, I make beats, yes, I do this. But really, what is the one thing that I do? Let me say, over and above when the music, I can say, I stand for this and that and that and that, right? I think that's where it started to take shape, would say. My music is almost written in the style of my affirmations. At the same time, I assume the position of a teacher. When I every time I'm palingo, it's almost like mialo. As opposed to just, hey, we're having a good time, we're vibing, hey. So I think, nasekaya ngoba the time I've been mundo fundisa. Only it was also mundo fundisa unofficially so.
Oh, okay.
So ngitethele ekhaya le nto ukuthi ngifuna kuba nelutho that I'm imparting on people.
Yeah.
If it's in the music space, let me lure them in by doing what is commercial, but deep in the back,
yeah. Have you always rather had deep interest in knowing more about your surroundings? Like, are you somebody that has always loved, to know about Inzalo Salaguyo or even outside of Lao Salakon?
Yes, I've always had that. Apparently, I'm told at the BL after a weekend, I started boy some kipal niev.
Wow.
Wow. Apparently, in Buddha would say, what's Hambuda? Hambuda was in Klabatsuya.
Oh.
It was so pissed. One gosh, about I'm TV or outside that was no cool man.
No, because seriously, what?
Yeah. Exactly, right? But so do Lige na logo li Asia, li Asheda, that was it. Why couldn't you tell me that?
I think you're worse than what I thought.
Load shedding.
I think you're worse.
Load shedding.
Not even load shedding. I feel like, okay, these are things that we're told in class, but we don't really care for them. Like,
fair.
Don't nobody care about that child. Like, I'm not sitting at home. What? Teach
the kid.
Wow. Well, shout out to Big Brother. I think I would have done the same. So we're not judging you, okay? You made the right choice.
Good thing I'm not sure.
What is your best work that you've done? Let's start with your first documentary that you did. Do you still remember that?
Yes.
Yeah?
October 2006. That was my first musical release. It was in the form of a VCD.
Okay.
One VCD was. DVD. It's like a DVD, but it's a CD.
Yeah.
So I went around the whole neighborhood interviewing random people. But some of the people that I actually interviewed at the time, you had your Clifford days, Native Squad days.
Yeah.
Because he also played quite a huge role in getting me into mainstream. Him and his then partner, Welcome Makakula, they had a company called iMedia. They headhunted me for for the job that I got.
Yeah.
Some of the things I ended up doing was designing a logo, a MPTV, the TV channel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, that what?
It launched. Then, yeah, it didn't stay on for long.
Oh, are you talking about the one that we have right now?
No. Which one? MPTV?
Yeah.
No, MPTV in my founders last week. Actually, MPTV was in Mpumalanga Broadcasting Television.
Oh, MP,
yeah,
not
MPTV,
MP.
Yes. It was more focused on Christian content as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
are you deeply rooted?
Go MPTV?
No, in Christianity, are you like?
No, I believe in both. Ngiyamhlonipha uNkulunkulu, ngiyawahlonipha namadlozi wami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe in both, man. We are black before we are whatever religion we follow. So,
yeah.
Kalo sambe we VCD that profiles like local guys. One of them, Jogo Mashele, was Clifford Day, who also assumed the role of someone who mentored me in a certain part of my career. A lot of other guys were bubbling under musicians, as I was in army at the time, coming from a poetry background.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my earliest experience with making documentary work.
How did you feel?
5 megapixels, mfana.
I was about to ask, how did you feel about that? No, but Maui Keeper at that time.
Yeah.
Is that how you felt? Do you understand? You felt like I did that.
Bring the music video for a song called March 11, 2006.
Yeah.
So it was important as a foundation. It needed to happen. Otherwise, I don't think I would have made the strides I've made now.
Yeah.
So, I was editing it using some ringtone.
If not, software. 5 megapixel, yeah.
Your usual camcorders. But the 5 megapixel better. Budget wise, they're affordable.
Yeah. You said something very interesting when we first started talking, like earlier on, off camera. You mentioned the fact that, and I'm only bringing this up because you're talking about La Usuga Corner and a contribution that has made into who you are now. So you spoke about positioning yourself. So I'm thinking, Ngaleto Dikati, that was you. Or was it even, because I feel like it was way too early. Ngaleto Dikati, did you have that idea? You would see eventually, this is what I want to get to, or this is what I'm going to be doing. Or was it Dikati, but in finding yourself and then identifying Gutu Ongbani really?
I must say, I had a very grand picture of where I wanted to be. And no longer it was just I need to do it because the only way to actually get good or better at something, you always have to get your hands dirty. So I'm looking but it was like, oh, let's talk about this. Let's sit that's one of the
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh.
It's always been me.
What a way to describe yourself. But okay, I get you. So you did have the bigger picture even back then. Okay, which then would lead me to positioning yourself. How did you determine that, listen, if I want to get to this place, kufuneka ngithi move like this, associate it with this person and the likes?
I started looking at the who's at the time. Who was hot, who was this guy, who was that guy. And obviously, you would pitch it, you would go to them, if one day I would say, you have to keep moving. But I prioritized working for the more established guys other than the guys like Basafufus.
Could you maybe name one person? If you say you were looking for the who's, can you mention maybe one person who was the who's who at the time? Yeah.
iPhone.
Welcome to Dine Dialogue. Teaching you the art of eating in front of the camera, child.
Asikujwayele ukuthi funa kudla mina. I'm an arty eater.
Yeah.
But ngibe nenhlanhla Lerato, you know. At the time, the biggest guy was our DJ, Stunkero. I did work for him.
Okay. At the time when you were still positioning yourself, DJ Stungero was the who's who.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask you, where is the who's who of that time right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question. So, Obutamine would say, from the people that were who's who to me at the time.
Yeah. Where are they now?
Where are they now?
Yeah. At the time, that was the who's who for you.
Yeah.
That was, the person that you considered to be one that could lead you to, the next position or level or whatever.
Yeah.
Where's that person right now?
And I'm not going to focus on Yena alone, but generally in province.
Yeah.
A lot of our guys, Omubabua at that time, they had the province here.
Yeah.
So, Gucci, this is a comeback when Dagalan and Vagalo, it baffles me.
You don't have an idea of maybe what we are missing? And I'm also not going to pinpoint because as cuts listening, the blame is put on the government. I'm not going to pinpoint. But do you have an idea of what we are missing as active role players in the industry? Songing, what is it that we're not getting right?
Yeah, I really think the other bodies in the government will be external parties.
Yeah.
Ikala Goland. Okala wena, uminhliti yakho ingakahlanzeki. You can't advance. Meaning, mina nyalo siyasebenza. You give me an invoice for msebenzi ngicela ukuthi ngende lo one.
Yeah.
But I still think maybe le mali leyo ayikufanele. So either I shortchange you or angikubhadali. Uma seku-string sethu or string senu lenginende njalo. Yini kwami lokhu yokhanya? Because tinyembe tite bantu nato atuweli pass phela.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, really life works like that.
So if I'm out here, I think for me to make sure that I progress and I reach the heights that I need to reach for in my career or whatever.
So you're a firm believer in karma?
Energies, yeah. The energy you send out is the same energy you're gonna get back. But figure karma karma does catch up with you.
Okay. Have you ever had somebody do you like that? Look at you and feel like maybe, your services that were rendered are just you didn't even do that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, till this day it still happens. You get people who think they can decide what you're worth. But yours is not to argue that case. Yours is to respect yourself. We don't need the energy. Protect your energy.
The first time that you had something like that happen to you, because the cats had fun, when you're still starting out, I feel like you have to, as a person now, as an individual, give that grace period to say, Vele, I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes.
That's a given. When you're still starting out, now you haven't built, that much of a name for yourself. So you give that grace period to say, there's going to be people that walk all over me. There's going to be people that shortchange me and whatnot and whatnot.
Sure.
The first time that you experienced that, how did you handle it? Because like Facebook.
Yeah, it's pointless.
On some.
In actual fact, I'm not gonna name drop, but some people still.
Muzi is not about name dropping, hey?
Some people love a call.
Muzi, why are you not about name dropping? We love name dropping.
No, guys, we're not trying to have issues. Now, what happens when some people go to podcasts?
Do you see why it's important to drink ginger ale?
Actually, that's. Let me drink.
Yeah. Choose ginger ale.
Yeah, there are still some people who owe me. Actually, not, and institutions as well. I was swindled of a logo. They've used it for more than since 2014.
A logo that you designed, and they haven't paid for that.
Paid. And there was someone who came to sit. So
Yeah.
as per at some meeting, he felt the need to come and tell me what's it. He's the one who's been editing my logo for all these years. I'm smiling. I'm okay. Who kind of logo? I guess that wasn't the reaction he wanted. Maybe I got say utong loud. So I was like, my brother. 10 days ago now, edit logo. I probably might not come out with this logo story anyway. But yeah, there's a logo and there are people as well. There was some quality Maliam Namaj.
Yeah. Why do you choose to tackle it like that? Is it more of not being confrontational or protecting your brand in terms of your future endeavors and the people that you deal with?
I think it's a peace thing. I like to protect my peace.
Are you at peace though when you wake up every day knowing that there's people that basically screwed you over and you're at peace with that?
Fana kwatela mundu. Uma ngilana nyalo le space awukho ngikwatele wena. Nasofika sefuna ngikukhumbuze ukuthi Lerato ngimkwatela. Senyalo sefuna ngikwatela, sefuna ngibehave a certain way because wena ula le space. I suffer more, who's angry at you than who I'm angry at. So, I feel like it's and the thing is with business, it's a risk, right? You win some, you lose some.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, fine, maybe later I would say almost cool. You will have a few bad decisions.
Yeah.
You will have a few good ones as well. But what I've also learned is the more and at that time, rightfully so, you're doing what is in you live in your purpose. But the universe is a funny place. It in their own, so and it's just look, what you put out, you will get back probably tenfold. Yeah, so I'm a believer in Nendole. Would say, if you treat her some type of way, maybe I'm going to be but and it will hurt like 10 times more.
Okay. Well, all right. I love the way that you think.
Yeah.
It's giving. Here's my other one. You know when the Bible says when they slap you the side you give, yeah, and then you're like even this side it's giving those vibes, but
not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Look, I can be confrontational. I've had a few situations. Then
how do you decide that no, this one deserves this one deserves me and my words? Yeah. Oh, man.
I think sometimes maybe so when they get gunny and it's all adding up, then it kind of like explode up kind of it. So the trick is in between now, and you don't have control, but in between now begin there alone. You kind of like need to take breaks, and breaks are basically, I guess, in my context would be umang 7 low high value low risk layer, and maybe when they get along. I need to slow my tempo, drive slow. I can still do my work, but I can do work that's less stressful or that demands less of me. But I think in the ladies I'm saying that garbage in most cases. Uma uditola njalo, you're dealing with the same things, it's high pressure, it's high stress, and uma unga tinik iskhathi ukuthi police. Bese so projector nema customer so I teach some type of way. If ever when there's something lefana na lele nang immediately you're like ngeke ngiphinde phela lento alo ngimshaka. So I think nayo leyo nhlanhla ukuthi nemisebenzi engiyithathako or lengiyendako ayihlali ifuna the same, and leminye they quite diverse. I find myself doing very different projects in between that I normally would do.
Speaking about different projects that you do, what is your favorite one? Also, I still do want to know about your best work that you've done that you felt like.
Yes, sir. I don't know it.
Wow.
I've got not that. At the bank there, I think when I was doing work for Yonichiam, they took time. They printed out the posters that were part of the campaign I was shooting for them. It's not to say I wasn't appreciative. I would say, hey, now I'm saying and I just have this thing of making sure I didn't believe my own hype. Now I'm celebrating this one victory. I feel like I am so I celebrate my work being what it is at the time, and then I share it with the customer, approval, great. Then I'm on to other things.
Okay, which one did you celebrate the most?
Musically, I'm happy with the song the song about this place. I'm very happy with that. I think that's a milestone.
Yeah.
Although there was another song I did in Hype magazine. At the time where I was.
Hype magazine is it the one in hip hop?
Yeah, hip hop. Yeah. So A Promise was chosen in Hype magazine. That was the pinnacle for me at the time because I was doing hip hop. Then Muzikayise is sort of like, I've come of age now. I understand music needs.
Coming of age, you need to cooking. I just want to be sure.
Cook guest.
Yeah. English has a way of... No, English has a way of beautifying things. So I'm just trying to understand when you say you've come of age, so cooking, basically. Compared to Ngaleso's cut when you did that particular.
Okay. But that time I was keeping it real. So mind I'm just making music.
Yeah.
So musically, I'd say those two. Development and design.
Yeah.
I had a wedding planner app.
A wedding planner app.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I was full-time wedding photographer. That was a milestone. That saw me get interviews from 702s, Jacaranda Regional, Kuala Kuala. So that was definitely a proud moment. I go photographer.
Yeah.
But I must say the one event that I feel shaped how or maybe that was giving me a nod because you're on the right track.
Yeah.
I shot the 60s.
Eh?
The 60s, the Nasrate 60s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was definitely one event that reaffirmed because I'm on the right track. Meeting Mbungela and being able to steal like the who's. I think I had an interview with was it Detroit?
Was it?
Was it Detroit? Who's the guy? Quentin Harris. I had Quentin Harris. I had Black Coffee after he did that tribute mix. Yeah, I took images. We also had a whole video. You can't go channel it to YouTube.
Yeah,
it's there. That was a proud moment because you always wonder ukuthi ngifika njani lapha front row ngoba sonke lesikhathi bahlala bathi dalelani la
yeah,
na celebrity. So that was a proud moment.
Listen, you are a podcaster as well, right?
I honestly don't know what to call myself.
But out of everything that you do, podcasting is one of those. It's one of the things that you do. Yeah. How are you finding that sphere? Like, with podcast?
I think I'm not happy with it. I'm not putting out content at the rate that I wanted to. But I'm happy that I'm able to capture and extract the and relay them to the viewers in a way that they seem to enjoy. consuming it.
You can't tell a viewer your podcast yakho. So what is the name of your podcast?
Okay. Lena, I guess it's a podcast in the sense that the playlist is a podcast on YouTube, but it's essentially a documentary series.
Yeah.
4 episodes. Ibukene tesinvu, ingolelo takathini as in age-old beliefs.
Yeah.
My traditions. Ukuthi phatha maybe nakushoniwe ekhaya.
Yeah.
Nendlela loyilandzelako na uthatha maybe mlingani nesinvu.
What inspired all of that?
It was a personal journey, man.
Ufuna ukuthatha mlingani?
No,
Okay. Sure.
But look, it's a given. As long as it's Tatsen or Tete or whatever, right?
No. Well, it's not really a given, but yeah, most of you guys. Yeah. You can continue. Good.
Okay. So yeah. I guess.
Not even. Umnanzi. I kind of feel awkward when you're the gent and I'm sitting here eating inyama na pelepele and you're not even touching. No, taste it. Umnanzi. I promise. Ngabe bo baba.
When I'm saying trouble, you pay How show me? What's again?
No, just trust me. I just did a just to check because I didn't want to have a moment on camera. No, but it's not bad. It's just nje. I saw you try the salad. Is it nice?
Yeah, try it. I like it. I like the pasta. I like the pasta, so it's cool. Try it.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
That's why it's sour again. When it's sour,
yeah. Well, and I was asking you about your documentary. I know you were telling me about your documentary series.
Okay, so yeah, so the way we thought we personal journey. We started like a small thing like she said ensemini so uhlanyeliwe umuntu lomzala sofuneka amenze lo mafosholo nana
yeah
nami ngiku sangibambela ifosholo lapha bangikhutha abantu abazala kwangathi ngombe ngihamba ngikulo so ngabana lo ukuthi okay nyalo bangithethisa bangithethisa bambo bami
yeah
so that really makes you feel small ngalana ulahlekelwe ngalana sebakwenza lo like akusana ndledlana ke ukuthi ngibidele eceleni ke ngangihlazi kabantu yabona so ngabana ukuthi if ngabe lendo ukhula naye ekhaya bakufundisa
yeah
yabona ukuthi understand kangcono lisiko.
No, because just as you said that, me being me, I don't have an idea that you're not supposed to do that. I'm surprised.
Kuthiwa nanishonele ekhaya nifakwe ingubo emlonyeni anishoza nikhuluma.
Okay.
Netandla nijubeke etandla. So niso funeka abaniside laba bangaphandle. Ngoba ekhaya angithi ekhaya nakushoniwe kuthiwa nonke either niyashisa or nikwesintu.
Oh, I recognize Lukshisa, yes.
So kufuneka nisitwe ngilaba labaphuma emakhaya langashisa. Tsala yeah, sorry.
No, I was just about to say that. So Wangalogu will see it, right?
We'll see.
Because I'm thinking about me and
ngiyabona ukuthi maphutha lene la when they look ninga bathi uthi there's a umuntu lona lo
I haven't done anything. Oh my God. I was about to say that me, like personal decisions, I'm one of those. No, I'm one of those that my wishes are if I pass on, I wish to be laid to rest by my family only. Like, won't be corner anybody from outside.
Yeah.
So, what are they going to do?
Funny. So Muslim says that.
Okay.
Originally, it was for family.
Even when, not just the person that's watching, even you, Okay, fine. If you say originally,
fine, Stagniga, 5/7.
no, there's something in me that has that. But then if you say that originally that was that, then what again? Also, then why back to Tisakayin? Because it means that really there was nothing wrong with what you were doing.
It was, ngoba ukhumbule, Mage is our immediate family.
Yeah.
We can't really work. But malume, the extended families can help.
Okay.
But uma bantu betile,
Oh, okay.
sisita bantu ukuthi bakhona ukusita.
Oh.
Yebo, noma siyanethi basekhaya usishaya fosholo senami. But let's leave some work for them because basuke emakibo bathi batolekelele. Nasisonke sesimile phansi bambe amafosholo sonke. Wathi asihambeni musa basidinga. But in actual fact bekwenta kanjalo kuba umndeni bekamba kuba nemuntu lomdzala lokhethwako ukuthi ayogala ukuthi lokujwa la. Mbuye ngigubhe. Bekungacula nokuculwa. I-umbrella ini symbolism yayo. Ayibakanyiswa nakushoniwa nibe nema-umbrella nivimbe malanga nini. Labadzala ungabuka some of these places like Bonkomazi. I know I saw it there. Lamakhehla.
Yeah.
Bacama vele bagcoke in misuzela nama-avarol. Abakithi ukuthi njengoba senenda nyalo Lerato senigcoka nethi impahla semngcwabeni ukuthi nisingene.
I think I've seen you at a funeral once and bogqoka isuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know more kuluma so ungadify.
But yeah, but ngiyasho look.
Yeah. I'm just saying defy it now.
Wena. Ngicela ngobona lamaklip ale Dine dialogue ngithi fike njani la abantu bahleka so.
Yeah, I'm just
all right. Cool.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Mara nangati correct nitse makhehla. Ngisengabi likhehla. Msaya khona.
All right.
Ngi-odile yetaya mina.
Yeah.
Who's it?
Right.
Ngcoka lapha nabahlale to dust. Bathi usebenza bakethi to yabo.
Yeah.
Mara nangalesutha sengikubude. Bengashaya. Akhuluma ngempela.
No, angizange ngibona ushaya and I'm speaking the truth.
Awukafiki le uthi hey
no angivami ngisonzela no
wazama nongitholela le ndaba
angivami ngisonzela mina vele
wazama nongitholela le ndaba
ngicamka nayo angivami ngisonzela lena yabo ngimela lekudzeni but I'm saying that I once saw you dressed up nicely
angikhuluma
yeah
I guess it also goes with ukuthi siyobeka abantu ngoba in some cases ekhaya but uthi ngigcoke a certain way so ngigcoka njalo no. But my thing is, noma ngigcoke lokho ngisasemntwana ekhaya. Nakuthiwa hey la valani I will go. I will join the queue. I make it a point ukuthi konke lokho kufanele sikwenze whether ngigcoke njani I will do it.
All right. Now, I know that with your work of documenting whatever it is that you document at the time because the content yakho iyahluka, it's not like the same thing always.
Yeah.
You travel. A lot.
Yeah.
What is by far your favorite place that you have traveled to because of work?
Durban was nice recently for the
Or was that the travel in
Africa
Durban?
travel in Durban.
Yeah.
I really had a lot of fun there. From the content point of view.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that because in between, when the logo, but you also have time to take in the place.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Durban much,
Yeah.
so it was nice to take in a different town for a change.
Ma events la fana ne your Africa travel in Durban.
Yeah.
How important do you think they are, or how vital do you think they are to mhlambe the industry that you are in? Yeah.
Very, very important. That is where all the networking happens.
Yeah.
You get to meet people from Ukumbule. It's an international event.
Yeah.
So you get people from all the different continents. Dabetile. Indolonga nayo skats. But if you had enough time.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have wanted to go to every store and look for opportunities of, hey, can I film your stuff? hey, can I do this and that for you? It's the best place because wonke umuntu lapha is geared a certain way. Nabavula stall sabo, they want to make contacts.
Yeah.
So I can't recommend travel indaba enough to everyone, not just people who tourism, not just people who hospitality and fun fact, I actually had a little business card thing that I was also showing, like when I was gathering contacts from the people.
Yeah.
I was using that. It had a QR code and I wasn't taking papers. And it's funny when I realized it's they're still using my paper. So if you are very technologically advanced, that is also a good place to go and sell that technology to the people with the stalls.
Yeah. But given the opportunity to do something like that in the province, like what would you do? Something along the lines of your travel industry. Yeah. What would you do? Would it be the same or would you switch it up? In what way?
I actually feel like it's already happening. I like what these guys are doing. Your farmers market.
Oh, okay.
Your CPT.
Yeah.
I think it's Mbungela market, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I know we have Mbungela farmers market, and then we have the one Yasenkomas.
There's that one, Yasenkomas.
Yeah.
Then there's another one, my vintage car, Tulamahash.
Okay.
If not Mkul.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, I think that is how we can best gauge with the market to Inganani. And the only challenge is we need to stop competing with one another and start organizing.
Isn't it they say that competition is good?
It's good.
Yeah.
But gonna lie, border on being toxic.
Yeah.
Gongati singaba competition but depends si space ukuthi ngikwazi ukukongratulate and win it.
Yeah.
I see my enemies. We are just people who are in the same industry.
Yeah.
Namuhla I'll finish third. Sasa, you will finish third.
That's healthy competition.
That's healthy.
Yeah. Speaking of competition and the likes, I know that Gubanetini Bonjeleti Fara Ekati celebrate the good work that people do. Do you feel like photographers and Mbungela get enough recognition? No.
We do not.
Yeah.
Primarily also because we are often judged by people who know fuck all about what we do.
Yeah.
Judge Atsamundu, lawyer is a better photographer than a lawyer. At that time, they're basing it on price.
Oh, okay.
And then, there's this popularity contest.
No, but that's not fair because I feel like Nim lawyer right now in Nim lawyer and speaking for lawyer.
Photographer needed urgently, must be reasonably priced.
Listen, I'm saying speaking for lawyer right now, for all lawyers out there, I would say Muzi is a great photographer, but we are dura. So I can settle for Uzban Bani because, their job is not all bad. Yeah. Not in the same level as Muzi's, but then Muzi are dura. So that's how we get to choose the other one that's cheaper.
Well, it's nice because it's Kulmanali. Maybe I'm going
Where?
Bulwela bafowethu labaluzile from Lerato about
Amandla then.
The experience is seen ngayo. Ngoba muzi nekudura kwakhe. Can in some cases uma likhekeseliwa lendani he can still maybe ulishutile before out of experience ukuthi ukuthi ngento yakwendeka so but lo shipile lo fika late futhi akakavi lawa ama base lawo. So sin lapho si justify kanjani ukuthi yebo lo uyadura but siyavisisa le experience ukuthi nayo inenzawo yakhe.
Mina ngidelikheke mina. Nedi ngifuna ukudeposit ungishoot.
Yeah.
I don't have a
cake. Fine. I
have a cake. I don't have like many things that I go. I just need some profile pictures like nje.
Okay, ngibeke njani? Ngoba la itongilisa ngiyabo sengidliwe vele. But I think
No, you know what? I don't want to light heart what you are saying.
Yeah.
Because it's a fact, it's true. It is very much true. It happens a lot. And it doesn't happen only to photographers. So it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a challenge very lekona manje. In the freedom that one has. I have a challenge with your focus. I have a challenge with your focus.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Honorable.
I was saying that freedom listenayo to choose whatever it is that we want basically exposes the fact that we don't go for quality many times. Like we seldom go for, you know, I go for what works. Like
what's this?
There's something that is of quality.
Yeah.
You know, if you give me work that is of quality, it's going to be different to fly by night, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not meaning to offend anybody's work or whatnot. No. But there's a difference, man. There's a difference between something of substance and something that is just good enough to convince somebody to say, you know, I did a photo shoot. Like, if you request the professional picture, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
And then there's a professional picture that looks good, and then there's a professional picture that's good enough for the poster.
Yeah. Okay. So just to be saucy.
Be saucy with me.
When was your
last? Being saucy is my job.
Photo shoot.
Aye.
Siyabuta Lerato. Aye. Awayiboni lena iqhamuka, awayiboni. Sesla.
Listen, me, I'm sitting where I'm sitting at. I haven't been. I don't even know if I'm right to say this or it's going to get me in trouble with people that say, or people that claim that I don't take my brand seriously. Listen, I'm saying I haven't had the time or the chance to sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to do a photo shoot. There's a lot of planning. Okay, apart from the guy that I work with, but I've never had a professional photo shoot like that. And
great. What would you call a professional photo shoot?
You're doing too much now. You're doing too much. I'm going to answer you and we're going to leave it at that. And you bring my show back to me. Okay? I've never had a professional photo shoot. I can tell. And I enjoy the fact that you're such a foodie. So it makes me happy. No money wasted here. Okay, boss, if you're going to see this, we didn't waste any money today. So I'm saying, I haven't had the chance to do a professional photo shoot. I'm actually wanting to.
Okay.
Crazy enough, I didn't realize that you were like a photographer like that. I mean, for me, you're like somebody that sounds like shooter and ham. You're that person. And then and stuff. But yeah, you're somebody that does documentaries and stuff. Photography, I think, and your metric dance.
You were like, oh, shoot it 2, 3 bandana share.
You know what I mean?
Affordable.
No, I didn't even see the pictures. So I was waiting for the results, but I never got to see that. Okay. So now that you've mentioned that you are a photographer, I'm looking for a photographer. Since this is going to be like my first time thing, you know, I want it to be something that is. But then also I think I'm realizing that there's actually a lot that goes into a photo shoot. I didn't see that.
Trust.
I thought it was just me posing somewhere and you come with your camera, you're about...
Let me walk you through my process.
Wait. Okay, please. Maybe that will enlighten me. Yeah.
What kind of understand? Is it just for press? Your personal images?
Yeah. Well, for whenever a Lerato Molefe picture is needed somewhere in my line of work, like in the different, spheres of work. Yeah. Okay. Just for that. It's professional, basically.
Okay. My process would be, one, I need to get some reference images that you like.
Okay.
So I can get a sense of what you want to look like.
Okay.
If we can incorporate someone already low in the timbata or something. Say it's like killing two birds with one stone. We get shots for you they also get shots for your profile yabo, but at the same time,
Do they clothe me for free?
negotiable. Or ngayithola at a discount or ngayithola for free.
If you need to at a discount, I keep the clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we get that out of the way.
Okay.
With the reference images and obviously.
Do you have people that you work with like that, like designers?
Yes, I've got relationships with people.
Okay.
Makeup, nails.
Yeah.
Hair.
Listen, Bugala Jogonga logo. I didn't think of it
So
like that.
ngambona lo 2000.
Singam.
Understand
Yeah,
my sister.
Shem,
We told them.
yeah. No, Shem
Siyasebenza Lerato.
Okay, Shem uyasebenta mbuke.
Shem.
Don't say I've never done anything for you.
Shem.
Okay, now let's get to, earlier on you mentioned something to me that was very impressive and interesting, and it was the fact that this year you're going to be a part of the film festival that is part of the Mbungela cultural experience, right?
No,
it's not?
those
Is it not
those are separate.
Because I remember last year they were complaining when there was the Mbungela cultural experience and then the film festival didn't happen. Is it the same one?
Angathi ukukhulunyiswa nokwafika, but I know right now a film experience is separate from the Mpumalanga International Film Festival. That is run by Sfiso Nobela and his team.
No.
Lena.
A film experience is part of a cultural experience.
Yes.
And then international is separate. Yeah, I do know that. You're going to be part of the international.
I was a judge for Mpumalanga International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Then Nil Film Digging Deeper
was
chosen as one of the documentaries they will screen because there's a side to International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's going to be part of the international festival. Oh, which is, even, better.
Yeah. That's all.
No, because obviously international, means like a broader audience.
But in supporting, but
you feel like you don't get enough support?
Yeah.
From the province, from Hulumende, from businesses that could be potential sponsors.
I think Hulumende, particularly ETCSR.
Yeah.
I think they've been doing better in terms of who's my platforms as Malona la creator. Because I think Skala song.
I have to ask. Yeah, because everyone is always quick to jump at the opportunity to bash.
Yeah. Look, man, there's only so much now that they can do.
Yeah.
Skumbula would say you might have a certain someone who likes your work, but that person still has to pitch it to the powers that be.
Yeah.
If the powers that be, Ivuma, great. If Ivumi, that's that.
You try again
but
next year.
I think Nazi in the look for Nagasboy and Danguti, Snalogu, Sesbuga, would say, Singwa Setu. Ikroza yonke yethu iqhamba lapha. Funeka nawe phela nabake bakufaka kayi-1 on the limelight. Ubese uyaqhubeka uyagijima. But awabona futhi next month, next week. Hayi ukuthi solo kulapha wena mina phela ngibikile last month fakani futhi. I don't think that's fair. Sibaningi futhi. Namhla kuwina mina kusasa kuwina wena.
Yeah.
Yabona. So I feel support is nje that. Support ayikho enough, but I feel le sita on support yabona njengale platform here. This helps. Angathi in other platforms angivele khona la ngisebenzele khona labantu ukuthi kungivulele ini because you don't really go back and go hey ungibite ngoba uboneni or but I feel like we need these communities. We need to strengthen these things ngoba in some cases kuyofika njenganyalo into lesiluzisayo la eMpumalanga sikhuluma iqiniso. Apart from organizing thine as ma creative asikhoni ukukhuluma ngaphimbo lunye.
Yeah.
Uma batrend ama strike benda ini what's on the memorandum there doesn't talk to what I want, doesn't talk to what we want, but solo kuthiwa asi-striking sonke si-strike kanjani sonke singana liphimbo lunye tukena.
Isn't it before we get to writing down a memorandum, we have to all be present and discuss the issues that we need to be addressed. So if we open my memorandum and then it would mean that you were not part of the discussion or you didn't come through when now sihlanganisa leyo memorandum.
Correct.
Which would then mean that there are people that exclude themselves from these small processes that are supposed to get us to, another level and stuff. So that would mean there's a lot that happens. There's a lot of that specifically that happens in the province.
Yeah, it's part of from a group.
Yeah.
But I found.
Which one do you recommend? Moving alone? Association?
Very, very good question. Ideally, I would want to be associated with people. But at the same time, we must be honest with one another. The one thing my feeling.
Okay.
My feeling we need people who can actually write, people who can actually act, and. But somewhere I think as Jalan Magdaniso. And I think that's the thing that makes me.
When you say as Jalan Magdaniso, do you mean do you mean that there's people who can't write? Yes. Or people who can't act?
Yes.
Who are not told the truth to say.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. The general thing like
but yeah, share because I like you. Unjani ngembegisi.
I'm a Makama, but
that you feel cannot act.
And when I love corner, Uneban Bagel of Lang Makama.
Not even. I feel like everybody is talented in their different aspects of whatever it is that they're doing.
Assessment is in England, you grew a guza.
Good song that's fun act.
I say it in grew a guza. Shibugeni, Guzi. Ushotella, as long saying. Maras ngathi lapana as nginika award ukuthi uzamile I know guys no asinzawo njalo I think
usawena ngathi uhleli neliphepha lelikhona ngibani wala ekhaya ke lo yedwa just one ungababali bonke
inzaba ufuna abantu babe ligama lemuntu bathini
yabona ukuthi nawe you are a hypocrite
no
because now I'm putting you in a position to be the one that sends out the message to say no awuqebi but
yekela lento yakwathi
yebo angithi uthi banda bende njalo
you know why into lenjalo it does more harm than good mean if ngine critic for when I'll find you check
okay it's fine I get that have you found anybody and told them
yeah
you have
yes I have I even went to the extent of saying next time nendine le song please involve me I'll even make the music I'll even mean low this mean
have you told anybody that they can't act
yeah
please come forward
I talk fun
I feel like you're not telling the truth but it's fine man we've been here for such a long time and it's crazy because when I was coming here I was like yo mina ngathi ngiyombuda kuthi put loyana
lo put lo hamba ashuta mkwatho I
was talking to my producer and I'm like, hey, but I got to take your boutique. He doesn't look like he speaks like that.
I know.
Yeah, but I'm happy.
It's funny because it's a thing. I think we develop it when I feel it's going to shine engineering. I
don't mean to laugh at you, but yeah, I'm pretty sure most people that knew you laughed, right? Because Uchanga too blind, right?
Cool.
Yeah, serves you right.
Ganalo mo yan ng shalpal na wala ning kingali kay ko tenol. Yes, Mashele ba ni kayo pinili. Astali business. That's how I got into business.
Really? Because you couldn't say at home that you failed?
But now this is where life humbles you. Same time I think you're schooling.
Yeah.
I want to have to fail semester for the following semester. I le con. So I flunked my S2.
Unkaza ngalendlela ukukhuluma ngayo angithu yard. I'm like nah, I don't know nothing about it.
I was afraid. Okay, so yeah, I flanked and it was S2, which is June to December. So from Mele, June to December, that next 6 months,
Yeah.
sekubenisimo yabo ngathi ngimtsheli ngiphuma kahle ngibenza mbamba. So that whole 6 months sinale out yam le. He's looking after an office, the political party tsite.
Yeah.
So now nakaphuma lo lamqashile. Ngiyangena nema printer nema lona amhlase office. Siyasebenza. Sasha 6 months on. That's when I got the deal. I got to do work for Achieve Lofeld. I designed Achieve Lofeld, by the way, the magazine. I think Cliff and Stevie were also pushing at the time. Because of 2008, yeah. So ngaleso sikhathi we're doing that sibeke imali ukuthi sitobele esikoleni the following semester. I think ngilapho la ngiqale bengakhuluma so kungathi kube ngathi bangisesponsor pelepele ngaqala ukukhuluma bengakhulumile bengiyoba khona. I could be in the room the whole day ungangiba ukuthi ngikhona ngihleli lapha no whimper nothing nginzi. So ngaloku kubona ukuthi ingane lengakhala ifele embelekweni I somewhere somehow angathi ngilithole bell button ukuthi emjida qala otherwise yolahamba bengeke ngibela bengeke ngibide bendothi hallo ngiyakhuluma nje ngamablog ukushutha imigwaco kuphela.
Okay, you know what I want you to say for me? Completely out of topic.
Okay.
And because okay, we've been talking for the longest time. Ngifuna uthi ingane lengakhala ifele embelekweni nge-English.
Never. Because sisho. Was it?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Angeke because good. I want direct translation. Good lapha.
Awasikolo ne. Nasibaluleke khona nafika. Skolo. School fees.
Before Sivala officially,
Yeah.
you tell yours and mine viewers. Okay, yours very tell mine. Good Tibak Gupi on social media. The Muzist. Okay, I don't care what he says to you. He's the Muzist. Okay. Okay, you can tell them now. Sorry.
I think it is.
Sorry.
Alright, so labafuna anything they bugene nam. I Muzikayise Mashele Mbungela on Facebook. You can also look for the Mousist.
The Muzist.
.co.za. Go website here too. That's where you can get more information. Otherwise, go Muzikayise Mashele Mbungela on Facebook. Wangibamba lapho cishe utoba one uku platform le cishe i-current la ngihlala ngiposta khona dinto dami. Yabo.
All right. Joe was just now. It's back to the business of the day. From a score of 1 to 10, what would you give our Kasi Romans here? Yeah.
I think angakhona ukudla le chicken.
Yeah.
Ngoba ngiyayibona ukuthi ingifuna ngamind camera.
Yeah.
But I know so far I enjoyed it. It's actually what I imagined it to be. It's nice. I enjoyed it.
From a scale of 1 to 10. I'm waiting for the numbers.
I'll give it 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. From me, the meat was pretty nice actually, and I haven't had fried meat in a minute, so it was a great thing. It was nice. I had only just the meat. I felt like there was a lot of, I don't know if it's mustard or what, but there was a lot of it going on everywhere. On the meat, on the peri-peri, on the salad, on the pasta, like everywhere. But yeah, the meat, very nice. I'll also give it a 7.
I know the sauce thing.
Yeah.
Not in there, sekas.
Ne?
Ngoba nasemachipsini. Abasabut nyalo. Nawuthenga nje kamngigcokile.
But it can't be just one. Like, it's the same sauce for the meat, it's the same sauce for bele, it's the same sauce for the salad, the same. But it's fine. I give them a 7.
Usekas.
Yeah. I give them a 7.
What do you want? What more do you want? You are
I
in the
want
cast.
variety.
What more do you want? You want
My
fufu.
brother, please, I want variety.
You can't come here and expect to get jollof and fufu.
Okay, it's
You must be
fine.
cognizant of where you
It's
are.
okay now. I get it. It's fine. I still say that I give them a 7. The presentation was so beautiful. It was. I even took pictures when the food came here. It was so beautiful. Aesthetics, everything, man. It looks cute. It's the kind of place where you're gonna take plenty pictures. So yeah, and Italy, Malindao, it's cozy. Here for the first time. I love it. We are at Mash's. What? Because I see S and F, so I don't know. And what?
Shisanyama and fast foods.
Shisanyama and fast food.
The way you love mashes in the corner. You went to 2 branches this morning.
Okay. Don't try comedy. You don't qualify to be a comedian. Thank you very much. We're done.